gentlemen, please rise for the presentation of the colors and the playing of the national anthem. Please remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please be seated.
Good morning. Distinguished members of the Richland School District 2 Board of Trustees, Dr. Davis, Mr. Cunningham, district and school administrators, faculty, family, and friends. On behalf of the senior class, I welcome you to the graduation exercises of the Blythewood High School class of 2018. I am Senior Class President Quentin Singleton, and we are honored that you are sharing this occasion with us today. We ask that our classmates and all of our guests respect and enjoy our speakers, performers, and graduates. In addition, we are all reminded to hold applauses when names are called so that all graduates' names may be heard. Before we begin our ceremony, we would like to publicly thank the many adults who have made our world-class education possible. To our teachers, we say thank you for the countless hours of preparation, work, and energy you have put into our lives and our learning. To our school administrators, including but not limited to Mr. Cunningham, Dr. Hafner, and Mr. Price, we thank you for providing the support we have needed to succeed over the past 4 years. And to our school board members, including Mr. Craig Plank, Dr. Monica Elkins Johnson, Dr. Cheryl Caution Parker, Mrs. Lindsay Agostini, Mr. James Manning, Ms. Amelia Mackey, and Mr. James Shad. We thank you for choosing to honorably serve the students and families of Richland 2 on our school board. This day would not be possible without you. And finally, we say thank you to our parents and families. You have raised us and encouraged us and loved us for who we are. We owe you a great debt of gratitude, and we hope that today is as special for you as it is for us. Again, thank you all, and welcome to the graduation class of 2018.
Good morning, graduating class of 2018, family and friends. I would like to start off by saying congratulations to all of Blythewood High School's graduating class for making it through 4 difficult yet amazing years of high school. We have all worked hard to be here, and this is a time to cherish. However, I do have one last piece of advice to give you before we all start on our individual journeys. We are each about to walk a different path, but we are all starting at the same place. Today, we recognize our achievements in the classroom as we have completed high school. This may seem like a door closing, but it is actually the opening of a door that leads to our destiny. Our journeys through high school have been strenuous and demanding, but they have helped prepare us to face the next stage of our lives. Our teachers have taught us to be passionate and to stick up for what we believe in. Our coaches have taught us that teamwork really does make the dream work. And our friends have taught us to enjoy every moment while exploring new places and ideas. Overall, these short 4 years have become a vital stepping stone in preparing us for our future endeavors. Even though we will all go our separate ways and pursue different dreams, I have no doubt that we will all succeed in completing our destiny. Some of us may become life-saving doctors, some self-sacrificing soldiers, some inspiring teachers. But no matter where our destiny takes us, we will all have the ability to have a positive impact on our society. Persevering through all the challenges that come with being a high school student have proven that we have the determination and persistence to overcome obstacles and achieve our dreams. While this drive unifies us and helped to bring us here today, it's important to remember we did not get here alone. I want to take a moment to deeply thank all of the dedicated teachers, coaches, family, and friends that have played a part in guiding us to this stage. I believe everything happens for a reason. Sometimes we may not be able to clearly see our path, and we may make mistakes. But these mistakes are just as much a part of the journey as our victories. They guide us toward our true destiny, and we must trust that no matter what obstacles we face, we will go on to do great things. So now, graduating class of 2018, I encourage you to take risks and strive to achieve your goals. But remember that if things do not go as planned, simply find a new path, because we all have the drive to succeed wherever our destiny takes us. Thank you.
Thank you, Lorana. Our choral department is known across the state and nation for its yearly excellence, and we are happy to have one of its members as our 2018 class soloist. Accompanied by Blythewood High School choral director Kristen Claiborne, please welcome Michaela Cato.
I wanna leave my footprints on the sands of time. Know there was something that I left behind. When I leave this world, I leave no regrets. Leave something to remember, so they won't forget I was here. I was here. I've done everything that I wanted, and it was more than I thought it would be. I will leave my mark so everyone will know I was here. I wanna say I lived each day until I died. right and know that I'm in something in somebody's life. The hearts I've touched will be the proof that I leave, that I made a difference, and this world will see I was here. I lived, I loved, I was here. I've done everything that I wanted, and it was more than I thought it would be. I will leave my mark so everyone will know I was here. I lived, I loved, I was here. I did, I've done everything that I wanted. It was more than I thought it would be. I will leave my mark so everyone will know I was here. I just want them to know that I gave my all, did my best, brought someone some happiness, left this world a little better just because I was here. I was here. I lived, I loved, I was here. I did, I've done everything that I wanted, and it was more than I thought it would be. I will leave my mark so everyone will know I was here. I lived, I loved, I was here. I did, everything that I wanted, and it was more than I thought it would be. I will leave my mark. I did, I've done, I was here.
Thank you, Michaela. And good morning to the Blythewood faculty, community members, distinguished guests, family, friends, and the class of 2018. It's truly an honor to speak to you today. Today is certainly an emotionally intense day as we close this chapter of life's story. It doesn't seem like that long ago when we were all getting ready to start kindergarten. Then, like now, we were excited, but also scared, unsure, wearing paper hats for some reason, and ready for nap time. But if you'll bear with me, I'd like to take us all the way back to 2005 for a moment. You see, kindergarten me loved playing with Lincoln Logs and Legos, and so I was very excited when my dad told me that his children's sermon at church was going to be about being a builder. During that message, he shared a simple poem which reads, "I watched them tearing a building down, a gang of men in a busy town. With a ho-heave-ho and a lusty yell, they swung a beam and a sidewall fell. I asked the foreman, are these men skilled, the men you'd hire if you had to build? He gave a laugh and said, no indeed, just common labor is all I need. I can easily wreck in a day or two what builders have taken a year to do. I thought to myself as I went my way, which of these two roles have I tried to play? Am I a builder who works with care, measuring life by rule and square? Am I shaping my deeds by a well-made plan, patiently doing the best I can? Or am I a wrecker who walks the town, content with the labor of tearing down? Class of 2018, as we get ready to take on college, the military, and the workforce, I'd like you to consider, are you a builder or a wrecker? In elementary school, one of my favorite games to play in PE class was called Build and Destroy. The builders had the task of setting cones upright, while the destroyers, or wreckers, objective was to knock them down. My classmates and I quickly discovered that it was a lot easier to be a wrecker than it was to be a builder. Unfortunately, this is just as true in life as it was in the game. It can be easier to sit back, to bully, to gossip, and wreck others' self-esteem than it is to get up, encourage, help, and embrace. Luckily, in my time in Blythewood, I've also quite literally got to see the benefits of being a builder. whether it's late night shop hours with Miss Deedle or larger scales like our Holiday Wishes projects. You may remember that our sophomore year at Blythewood, we created Home for the Holidays, an initiative where the school and community came together to refurbish a home for the White family, a family that had lost everything during Columbia's historic flood. Out of everything they lost, the hardest to regain was hope. However, we, the class of 2018 in Blythewood High School, were able to rebuild some of that hope. Before we had even finished the house, the Whites were telling us about all the excitement and hopes they had for that Christmas and for the future. But, to borrow words from my favorite musical, Hamilton, that was not a moment, it's a movement. For this year's Holiday Wishes project, we traveled to Main Street Elementary in Lake City, South Carolina, to host an assembly building hope and providing school supplies to students in need. We ended the assembly by leading the students in a simple chant, "I believe that we will win." Now, I know what you're thinking. For a high school graduation speech, I sure do tell a lot of stories about elementary schoolers. But that's to remind myself that anyone, no matter how small, can make a difference. After all, as acclaimed businessman Michael Stott once said, if a baby were president, there'd be no taxes and there'd be no war. Joking aside, I'd like to tell one more story from elementary school that I think demonstrates the importance of being a builder. That story is of one of my good friends from second grade who wanted to be a construction worker. When I told him my plans of owning a hotel, he didn't laugh like the other kids. Instead, he offered to build it. In fact, in second grade, my friend promised me that he'd build me the hotel of my dreams, and all for the incredible price of $1. Having even just one friend who believed and supported my dreams helped build my confidence and made me believe I could do it. He and I drifted apart over the years, and I was surprised to see his name trending on Twitter last year, and was saddened to see that on March 30th of 2017, Ellis Hawkins had gotten into a car accident and was taken from Earth too soon. Although Ellis never got to be a construction worker, to me and all those who knew him, he certainly was a builder. Ellis epitomized that the most important thing you can build in life isn't a building or a car, a business or a career. The most important act of building you can do is to build another person up. Class of 2018, as we go out into the world, regardless of where we're going to college or what career we choose, if we're going to breakfast or brunch after graduation, let's all agree to be builders. Careful, patient, precise. And when we look back, we'll have constructed a masterpiece. Thank you.
Blythewood High School is proud today of each one of you who are sitting in those seats. Among this class, however, are two students who have distinguished themselves in the classroom. Their academic excellence is a source of bingo pride for them personally, for their families, and for their classmates. They stand forever as valedictorian and salutatorian of Blythewood High School, class of 2018. I've asked Ms. Drakeford, Director of Counseling, to assist in the presentation of these two prestigious awards. Will Catherine Lorena Austin please come forward? Lorena, we present you with the salutatory medal honoring your hard work and academic achievement. You graduate from Blythewood High School with the distinction of high honors. Congratulations. Justin Todd Williams, please come forward. Justin, we present you with the valedictory medal honoring the challenge and the excellence of your academic work. You graduate from Blythewood High School with the distinction of highest honors. Justin, congratulations.
Good morning, friends, families, coaches, teachers, and most importantly, the graduating class of 2018. As we gather here today, I find it of the utmost importance to both reminisce on the past and look to the future. In hindsight, high school has been a place filled with challenges. Whether it was struggling to find a parking spot, as Coach China loudly reminded us that we were late, serving hundreds of hours in just a few short days, or on a more serious note, the everyday academic encounters. These challenges have always been present. As a class, we have shown that we have the capacity to achieve great things in the face of challenges. We have received regional, state, and national recognition for academic competitions, contributed thousands of service hours through various clubs and organizations, including the adoption of an entire elementary school, and received multiple placements on both the state and national level for JROTC. Our success has continued into other parts of the school, as both theater and art students have achieved top places in state and local competitions. Choir, orchestra, and band routinely lead on both the individual and ensemble level, and last and not least, our sports teams have annually won regional championships and playoffs appearances. And for this, I think we deserve a round of applause. All of these accomplishments are the result of countless hours of preparation and, at times, previous failure in the face of challenges. As Woodrow Wilson once said, "The only use of an obstacle is to be overcome. All that an obstacle does with brave men is not to frighten them, but to challenge them." It is the same willpower that has led to the numerous high school achievements that I urge you to take into your future education and careers. Despite the difficulty or environment, whether it be new or old, it is essential that we attack it with an I can mentality. With this mentality and the will to put forth unwavering perseverance, we, and more specifically you, can accomplish anything. The question then becomes, where do these accomplishments gain their value? I doubt you remember many certificates from middle school, nor will you remember most of your accomplishments from high school. If all of these awards come from such extensive dedication to a given task, why do we fail to remember them? Ultimately, these accomplishments only hold value because of the experiences behind them and their ability to enrich the lives of others. You see, true success is not about certificates, cords, nor other awards. It is about how you help others. One of the most genuine men I've met, my government teacher, Mr. Kelly, summed this up in our final lesson of the year with the quote, "Invest in other people because it is the one investment that will always give you a return." Besides from the immediate satisfaction, this return he references is not always tangible, nor is it easy to find, yet it holds the most value. I know of this because of my firsthand experience. Multiple people growing up have both inspired and changed my viewpoints simply because of their investment in me, and to them I would like to say thank you. The ways you can contribute to others is numerous and could range from providing entertainment to curing modern medical issues, or even to simply having a conversation. No matter what you attempt to do in life, it is my hope that you will give back to others when doing so. As I conclude my speech today, I would like to reference one final quote by a man that has served as a model of the ideal investment in others, Martin Luther King Jr. He stated, "Life's most persistent and urgent question is, what are you doing for others?" When moving forward past your high school years, I challenge everyone to answer Dr. King's question by chasing true success. Not only should you attempt every obstacle with unrelenting effort, but you should strive to create change within the lives of others. With this approach, the graduating class of 2018 can and will achieve the kind of success that isn't measured by a piece of paper, but by lives changed. Thank you.
Good morning. School board members, Dr. Davis, honored guests, Blythewood High School faculty, parents, families, alumni, and the class of 2018. It is my humble privilege and pleasure to welcome you to the 2018 Blythewood High School commencement exercises. You, the class of 2018, have distinguished yourselves, continuing to raise the standards of excellence set forth by those who preceded you, by the pride of Bengal Nation, and those who have walked across this stage before you. You have amassed more than $21 million in college scholarships. You have garnered local, regional, and national recognitions in JROTC, the arts, the sciences, and athletics. Bengal Nation ranks in the top 20 high schools in the state of South Carolina, as recognized by the U.S. News and World Report. Our athletic teams have won numerous region championships, a top 3 finish in the state in girls golf, a top 4 finish in the state in boys basketball, a top 7 finish in the state in cheerleading, and Robert Braswell won the state championship in the high jump for the 2nd consecutive year. You further distinguish yourselves as leaders in the community and in community service. It has been my pleasure to serve as your interim principal. Again, congratulations, class of 2018. In the words of the great literary scholar, Dr. Seuss, he says, congratulations, today is your day. You're off to great places. You're off and away. You have brains in your head, you have feet in your shoes. You can steer yourself any direction that you choose. You're on your own, and you know what you know. And you are the ones who will decide where you'll go. You've answered many questions throughout your high school career, taken many tests, and completed many projects to reach this milestone. But there's a much greater test that lies ahead. The answer to the questions on this test will factor greatly in determining the places that you will go. The questions are, who am I? What do I want? And how do I get it? Dr. Seuss provides some insights into the challenges that you'll face as you journey off to these great places. He further states, there are points to be scored, there are games to be won. You'll be famous as famous can be. The whole world watching you on TV, except when you don't, because sometimes you won't. I'm afraid that sometimes you'll play lonely games too. Games you can't win because you'll play against you. Who are you today? And I would submit to you that who you are today is not the same person you were 4 years ago. Who you are today is a product of your parents, your family, your friends, your teachers, your choices, and many other things. These same factors will determine who you will be and who will influence you after today. It will determine the product of who you are and who you will be in the next 4, the next 10, the next 50 years. The great artist Michelangelo said that the greatest danger in most of our lives lies not in goals set too high and falling short, but setting them too low and hitting the mark. The country singer Paul Brandt said, don't tell me that the sky's the limit when you and I both know that there are footprints on the moon. You've been educated in a premier school and in a premier school district. I hope that you won't set minimally adequate standards for you or for your life. In the words of Dr. Seuss, this is the game you'll play against yourself, the lonely game. the games you can't win. It is at this point that I disagree with Dr. Seuss. For I don't believe I can't is an acceptable answer. It is simply one of the 4 hurdles that you're going to cross as you transition to the next milestone in your life. There will be other hurdles. I can't. I read somewhere that if you only believe, all things are possible. The second hurdle that you must cross is the fear of failure. For there's never been one who's successful without failure. In fact, I would argue that failure is the essential element of innovation. No risk, no gain. For if we don't risk, it would simply not be an experiment. It would simply be a walk in the park. You will cross the hurdle of people telling you you are who you're not. That's called the handicapped hurdle. Don't let anyone tell you you can't be who you are, who you want to be, and who you have been purposed to be. Don't let anyone handicap you. And the last hurdle that you're going to face in those lonely places is knowing who you are. Who you are is your greatest asset. And who you will become will be a product of who you are. Let me conclude by going back and doing one more great mathematical lecture. And I want to review some of the mathematical principles that you have encountered during the last 12 years of your schooling, and hopefully they can be applied to your life as you set off to great places. These practical principles can be illustrated in this way. The first thing you learned to do was to count. We will call this the counting principle. Counting principle is when you multiply events together to get a total outcome. Class of 2018, count the cost. That's the best counting you can do. The second mathematical principle I share with you as you move on to greatness is the zero product rule. It's that rule that says 0 times anything equals 0. 0 applied to effort, 0 applied to time on task, 0 applied to passion always produces a product of 0. And then there are those 2 identity elements that we find in an algebra. They are 0 and 1. As has already been stated, it matters not where you start. We all started at 0 one time. But it matters more where you're going. And 0 never changes the sum of anything. Make sure you add something to who you are as you go to great places. The last principle is the most important principle I share with you, and it is the mathematical principle that states that the whole is always less than or equal to the sum of its parts. If you will be the best that you can be, you will help me to be the best that I can be. And together we will continue to make the world a greater place. Class of 2018, today is your day. The mountains to climb are waiting for you, and you will succeed. 98.75% guaranteed. Congratulations, class of 2018. Dr. Davis, it is my pleasure to present to you the class of 2018.
Good morning to the Richland 2 Board of Trustees, other elected officials, parents, family members, teachers, administrators, and the Blythewood High School graduating class of 2018. Over this past year, if you've had an opportunity to hear me speak, you would know that I focus my speeches, presentations, and discussions around 4 primary topics: striving to be premier, discovering your passions, fulfilling your purpose, and receiving your promise. At the start of the school year, we introduced and unveiled the strategic plan for Richland School District 2. It is titled Pathways to Premier. This plan represents the next iteration and evolution of Richland 2. It was created for the intent of serving as our district's North Star, the document that provides guidance and direction for all of our students and their families, our employees, and our community. It was developed to help everyone understand where we're going by describing and defining the journey and the final destination, which is to be premier, period. If you search the dictionary, you will find that the word premier is defined simply as first in importance, order, or position. This definition, although adequate for general and daily conversation, did not speak to the essence of the spirit we were seeking. And so we created our own definition. We defined premier as a relentless, unyielding, insatiable, and unapologetic desire to consistently demonstrate excellence in all that we do. This includes every journey we embark on, in every project, task, and assignment we accept, and in every challenge and obstacle we complete and overcome. Being premier is more than a simple adjective. It is a mindset, a belief, a way of life. It is rooted inside of our desire and our need to achieve what all men and women instinctively strive towards, the need to self-actualize or fulfill our purpose. To be premier at anything first starts with discovering your passions. It is through your passions that you are made aware of the existence of your purpose. Your passions serve as your internal navigation system designed to guide you toward self-actualization. At birth, each of you are blessed with gifts and talents. These gifts and talents, I believe, are given to you for the nurturing of your passions. They are planted deep inside of you long before you are manifested in your physical form. Often, you do not know what they are or that they even exist because they are planted deep within your soul. It is through the practice of serenity, investigation, and exploration of your soul, as well as your willingness to be open to new and different experiences, that begins the process of unearthing your passions. These passions, when discovered and properly nurtured, will bloom and reveal the universe's unique purpose for your life. That purpose, although different for each of you, shares a universal expectation that you utilize your gifts, talents, and passions to be of service to your fellow brothers and sisters. It is your passions that help you fulfill your purpose, and it is through the pursuit of your passions that you uncover the meaning of your life, aiding you in the fulfillment of the universe's purpose for your existence. Therefore, you are all obligated to accept the mission of fulfilling your purpose. It is not an option, and it is not something that someone else can do for you. It is a mission that is distinctly designed for you, a mission that for some may take a few years and for others may take a lifetime, but it is a mission nonetheless that you are obligated to accept, because refusing to accept your mission will prevent you from realizing your fullest potential. A popular phrase in today's societal lexicon is the phrase, "I'm living my best life." This phrase is used to express and declare the actions that you take cause you to live your greatest life possible. Your best life is all about being the best version of yourself, a version that is continuously working towards your fullest potential without sacrificing or compromising your core values and beliefs. It is all about pursuing your personal legend. Recently, I finished reading the novel The Alchemist, which tells the story of Santiago, a young shepherd boy who goes on a journey and quest to realize his personal legend. He travels from his homeland in Spain to the Egyptian desert in search of treasure buried near the pyramids. On his quest to realize his personal legend, Santiago is confronted and challenged with many obstacles. With each experienced obstacle and hurdle that Santiago encounters, there is a lesson learned. He learns he must always listen to his heart because it is the language of the universe and the way the universe communicates with us best. He learns that at all costs, he must pursue his own personal legend, no matter how difficult the journey. On his quest to realize his personal legend, Santiago also learns to overcome his fears. He learns to never lose hope, even when faced with what appears to be insurmountable adversity. He learns to stay focused on his own journey while ignoring the negative influences that exist in the universe. He learns to develop the will, tenacity, and perseverance it takes to achieve one's fullest potential. By now, you recognize that we all have our own personal legends. Your personal legend is achieved when you fulfill the complete measures of the purpose you were created for. In order to do so, you must remember that from the moment of your creation, the forces of the universe are waiting to conspire to help you achieve your life's purpose. This is more than some cosmic conspiracy. This is the universe's promise to you. When your gifts, talents, and purposes are aligned and in harmony with the universe's purpose for your life, the forces of the universe will conspire to help you achieve your personal legend. That is a promise. Two of America's most renowned poets, Nikki Giovanni and Tupac Shakur, offer their insight on the topic of reaching your fullest potential when discussing a rose that grew from concrete. Giovanni writes, "Did you hear about the rose that grew from a crack in the concrete, proving nature's laws wrong? It learned to walk without having feet. Funny it seems, by keeping its dreams, it learned to breathe fresh air. Long live the rose that grew from concrete when no one else even cared." Shakur shared this on the topic. You see, you wouldn't ask why the rose that grew from the concrete had damaged petals. On the contrary, we would all celebrate its tenacity. We would all love its will to reach the sun. Well, we are the roses. This is the concrete, and these are my damaged petals. Don't ask me why, ask me how. In parting, I would like to share with you this final piece of advice. It is the same advice that Polonius shared with his son Laertes in Act 1, Scene 3 of Shakespeare's play Hamlet. He says, "This above all, to thine own self be true, and it must follow as the night the day. Thou cannot be false to any man." He finishes by giving Laertes his blessing to signify that he is at peace with his son's departure from home. I, like Polonius, am at peace and stand ready to send you out into the awaiting world to strive to be premier, to discover your passions, to fulfill your purpose, to receive your promise, and to realize your own personal legend. I implore you, whether you continue with your formal education, enlist in the military, or begin your career, to take time to search your heart, soul, and spirit for your passions so that you might align them to your purpose and be true to yourself. Know that when you are misaligned, you will feel it. It would be that agonizing and annoying discomfort you feel in your heart and soul. But when you are aligned, it is that sweet sentiment of peace and joy that you feel. When you are perfectly aligned, you can truly proclaim that you are living your best life. Because after all, in the words of the poetic scholar, Jermaine Lamar Cole, there's no such thing as a life that's better than yours. There's no such thing as a life that's better than yours. No such thing as a life that's better than yours. No such thing, no such thing. Love yours. In closing, I would like to thank thank you for letting the Richland 2 family be a part of your journey so far. Remember, no matter where you go or what you do, we always want to remain a part of your journey and conspire with you to realize your personal legend. And now, graduates of the class of 2018, it is my honor and privilege to proclaim, by the authority vested in me by the Richland School District 2 Board of Trustees and the South Carolina Department of Education, I hereby affirm that you have completed the requirements of the South Carolina Legislature, the State Department of Education, and the Richland 2 Board of Trustees, and are duly entitled to receive your diplomas at this time. Congratulations, Bingo Nation.
Justin Todd Williams with highest honors. Catherine Lorena Austin with high honors. Savannah Catherine Simpson. Avery Philip Williams. Matthew Kenneth Owens with distinction. Quentin Jerron Singleton. Michaela Alicia Cato. Kellen Alexis Young. Riley Elizabeth Beasley with honors. Niara Loretta Hargrave. Imani Victoria Hargrave. Christopher Zion Woodall. Jessica Ann Ludden with honors. Shirin Karush Udwadia with honors. James Albert Boyd II with honors. Margaret Ann Gaither with honors. Jonathan Bryce Carter with honors. Shannon Lynette Henry with honors. Tavon Malik Deshawn Frederick. Grace Anna Gabrielle McCrae. Sydney Lynn Spears with honors. Trellis Jontrell Heatley Jr. William Wadsworth Galloway with honors. Katie Lee Rowland with honors. James Reed Stevens. Matthew Jacob Adams. Romeo Bryson Rentez Adams. Eugene Kennard Addison Jr. Christian Derek Beret Aguilar with distinction. Cyrus Hoku Hawaialona Maikalani Aki. Keith Alexander Anderson Salters. Nicholas Alexander Ariel. Kathleen Nicole Armstrong. Iani Ashande Artis. Jared Elizabeth Arts. Ashlyn Marie Augustus with distinction. Taylor Imani Everett. Alexander Eliud Baez. Kirsten Nicole Barnett with distinction. Skylar Elizabeth Batman. Austin Hayes Baxley. Christopher William Beecham. Tyrone Tyquarius Beaver. Bryce Carenay Becker. Jonathan Blake Bell, Jr. Anthony George Belton. Levi Tucker Bengio. Andrew Michael Caello Benson. Zoe Amaya Benson. Eva Marie Berry. Tyler Michael Bishop. Destiny Alexandria Black. Brody Dean Blizzard. Thomas Tavari Blyther. Ronnie William Bulware, Jr. Gary Christopher Bowden. Cameron Miles Bowens. Morgan Rain Bowens. Micaiah Shanae Boyd. Megan Alexis Boyd. Tiffany Joanne Boykin. Caleb Josiah Brabham. Jacob Robert Braddock. Angel Kaylen Imani Janetta Bradford. Michaela Darina Bradley. Robert Earl Braswell IV. Jonathan Montez Breland, Jr. Luke Allen Brewster Lowe. William Timothy Brinson II. Margaret Keeley Britt. Antoine James Bronzell. Nia Louise Broom. Aaron Scott Brown. Deja Ayana Brown. Jaquetta Jalia Brown. Zoe Chandler Brown. Joseph Palmer Brunetto. Jaden Russell Brunson. Natalia Amori Ranier Bryan. Joshua Thomas Burkhead. Pero Milosh Bursak. Andrew Walker Busby. Justin Anthony Bush. Dion James Byers. Julius Clarence Calloway. Jaquan DeEarl Calloway. Devin Matthew Campbell. Sierra Simone Canzader. Kiana Adele Canzader. Cheyenne Abigail Carr. Eveni Marie Carrasco. Brent Daniel Carroll. Xander Ash Casares. Alicia Michelle Casey. Trayvon Lamont Kaufman. Ryan Janu Christian. Charlie Ann Searson. Grace Carlton Clark with honors. William Shane Clark. Matthew Harrison Clary. Jalen Trevor Clinton. Erica Hope Cole. Devin Lewis Coleman. Jalen Kashawn Coleman. Jordan Amber Coles. Marija Aaliyah Coles. David Lee Collins. Cameron Galen Cooper. Tiana Janae Corbin Biggs. Erica Annabelle Corder. Nyasha Nakoma Cornelius. Alexander Michael Cotton. Austin Shane Cotton. Ryan Joseph Crawford. Brittany Danielle Crossland. Ashley Paige Croxton. Ademad Jariel Cubero. Mary Leanne Cummings. Shayla Adia Curl. Kimberly Michelle Curley with honors. Jada Simone Curry. William Riley Dabbs with distinction. Corey Parks Dom. Haley Elizabeth Daniel with distinction. Patrick Mayer De Silva. Javon Tyree Daughtry. Martha Elizabeth Davidson. Iriel Kendria Davis. Kayvon Andre Davis. Magdalena Therese Davis. Mario Anton Davis. McKenna Lee Davis with honors. Savion Isaiah Dawkins. Avi Samad DeBerry Howe. Trevor Jerron Decker Jr. Crizia Alexandra De Jesus. Lindell David Diaz. Tegan Elaine Dillon. Jason Edward Dilworth Jr. Aaron Noah Dimmler. Faith Denise Dingle. Taquoia Desiree Dixon. Andrew Dennis Dodge. Mackenzie Elizabeth Downs. Hannah Lynn Ducharme with distinction. Robert McDowell Duncan III. Mark Robert Duncan. Tyler Rochelle Dunlap. Jabron Alexander Durant. Jordan Marcel Dykes. Daniel James Eddy. Laura Jillian Savannah Edmond. Adriana Danielle Edwards. Angel Dion Edwards. Carlton Lewis Edwards III with distinction. Osaze Shade Ekwe. Jalen Kennedy Ellis. Deron Jaquez Epps. William Vargas Eschenfelder. Antonia Noel Espinosa. Emily Ann Evers. Lawifi Tule Fapuli. Erin Jeanette Fantone with distinction. Sarah Nicole Farr. Carson Michaela Finley. Sarah Marie Fleetwood. Jordan Christopher Fleming. Thomas Scott Flowers. Tynasia Savannah Foster. Jaslyn Kiana Fox. Kayron Antonio Franklin. Keyshawn Antoine Franklin. Gabrielle Lariah Freeman. Hugh Gaston Fulton. Insatiable Shantana Fulton. Nicholas James Paul Gabert with distinction. Gregory Earl Gable II. Diamond Shantae Naima Gallman. Tierra Janae Gardner with honors. Tristan Joel Gardner. Tia Alexis Garner. Audric Dorian Gary. Raheem Nashawn Gibson. Tari Lene Eve Gibson. Tiaja Zorier Imani Gillespie. Rochelle Marie Gilman. Shania Ebony Gilmore. Jonathan Kirkland Gilstrap with distinction. Madeline Jones Gilstrap with distinction. Kevin Jabrell Gleaton. Peyton Marie Godwin. Justin Isaac Gonzalez. DeAndre Tyon Goodwin. Deontay Dion Goodwin. Catherine Michelle Goodwin. Kelsey Victoria Graham. Ashlyn Diane Gray. Ashlyn Lacey Gray with honors. Brittany Utina Gray. Leanne Faye Gray. Thaddeus Jeremiah Green. Letitia Alexis Greenlee. Nicholas Philip Greenwalt. Madison Deneen Gregg. Parker David Griffith. Sierra Shantae Geiler. Kinsler Allen Haygood. Malcolm Alexander Hall. Pierce Chapman Hall. Samantha Jane Hall. Jadarius Dion Hambrick. Molly Robin Hanna. Gerard Malik Harmon. Kendall Martrell Harp. Daniel Blake Harper. Christian Elizabeth Harper. Vanessa Rochelle Harris. Ariana Nibracia Hart. Haley Donahue Haskins. Quentin Malik Hemphill. Holly Madeline Henderson. Nicholas Michael Henderson. Jalen Ade Hicks. Hunter Garland Hobgood. Omar Dante Holmes. Alicia Nicole Hope. Lakeitra Tysheria Hopkins. Perry Lawson Hopper III. Nicholas Scott Houghton. Tyasha Lachey House. Braxton Alexander Howell with distinction. Trinity Shawn Cottrell Howell. Francesca Elaine Rebar. Quinn Anjolie Huber. Megan Lorraine Hux. Evan Taylor Huggins. David Carey Humphreys. Scott Temple Humphreys with distinction. Elizabeth Rebecca Hunter with honors. Peyton Meredith Hunter. Taylor Nicole Hunter.
Lauren Elizabeth Hughes. Jatasia Mian Sade Irvine. Omar Rafiq Itani. Abigail Caitlin Jackson. Amaya Michaela Jackson. Christopher Jarius Jackson. Kayla Mackenzie Jackson. Kishana Monet Jackson. Naya Lene Jackson. Jadel Keandre Jacobs. Jalen Tamika Jacobs. Eric Stefan Jamerson Jr. Garrett Alexander James. James Tucker Jeffers. Maya Nicole Jelks. Jordan Joanne Jennings. Jonathan Lifang Jiang. Amand Avery Johnson. Jalen Renee Johnson. Kaylin Anise Johnson with distinction. Carissa Elise Johnson with honors. Mariah Jacasa Johnson. Taylor Magnolia Johnson. Tayana Anitra Johnson. Imani Rose Johnson Darby. Devin Lavelle Jones. Jack Michael Jones. Cameron Gabrielle Jones. Spencer Allen Jones with distinction. Trevette C. Jones. Tyreek Keon Hayes Jones. Anna Nicole Jordan. Amber Patricia Jorgensen Huerta with distinction. Joshua Mark Jovi. Mary Eva Katz. Eva May Kay. Anari Rashad Kelly. Michael Jaden Kemp. Joshua Anton Kerr. Andrew Rutledge Kilgore with honors. Kristen Marie Kilpatrick. Carly Victoria King. Tyler Garrett Kurtz. Edmund Yet Long Kwok. Desmond Isaiah Lane. Christian Thomas Lance. Adam Kai Charles Larson. Nakira Alexis Laurie. Reagan Iman Lowry. Carlin David Lawson. Timothy Ryan Lippett, Jr. Kiana Darielle Livingston. Isabel Eugenia Levati. Ariel Elizabeth Long. Melanie Heidi Lopez. Ayanala Michelle Naomi Lusant. Devon D. Lovett. Jada Azaria Lucas. Jessica Erin Lunsford. Alicia Charnel Lyles. Darkel Drian Lines. Samantha Allison Mako. London Anya Lee Mancuso. Mason Cole Marshall. Michaela Elizabeth Martin. McGowan Kurt Martin. Stephanie K. Martin. Trinity Donette Lily Martin. Chandler DeSolo McAnulty. Sahar Dia McCarthy. Abriana Christina McClam. Deshaun DeMarcus McCoy. Lauren Rebecca McDowell. Madison Noel McFarland. LaMary Yeleni McFarland. LaShawn Christopher McGreer. Jordan Nikalin McKenzie. Keyshawn Lamar Mackey. Kaylee Elizabeth McClendon. Joshua Tyrell Meggett. Dalen Rodell Mickle. Alexis Simone Miles. Noah Logan Miller. Seth Lee Miller. Imaya Keonshae Mitchell. Isis Dominique Mitchell. Joshua Simeon Mitchell. Justin Greer and Ezekiel Tyrone Mitchell. Jack Thurston Monroe with distinction. Rajane Centrise Monroe. Jada Chanel Montgomery. Sydney Taylor Moody with distinction. Aaron Richard Moore. Ashlyn Teresa Moore. Taylor Vashti Murphy. Brooke Madison Myers. Candace Marie Myers. Leah Alexis Nelson. Torian Joseph Nelson. Wyatt Baker Nord. Antonia Charlene Gladys Norman. Adamala Abdul Rahman Adubenya. Joseph Ayamide Adubenya. Alexandra Louise Alton. Charlotte Kiana Palmer. Victoria Mariah Palmer. Aaliyah Faith Parker. Tyler LeVar Perry. Graham McLaurin Phillips. Mackenzie D. Phillips. Mitchell Barker Phillips. Sierra Deneen Pleasant. Ashley Grace Polson with honors. Natalie Elizabeth Powell. Taylor Ann Powell. Cameron Ashley Price with distinction. Justin Nicholas Pridgeon. William David Prince. Bailey Terrence Provo. Brandon Thomas Provo. Evan Richard Purday. Joseph Michael Purvis Jr. Jadison Kiana Qualls. Kimani Nicole Quick. Alicia Marie Kobangbong Rabaka. Justin Tyler Rabin. Robert Brooks Rains. Gunnar Douglas Ramsey. Latava Deshauna Rauch. Rachel Lorraine Reed. Gabriel Louis Rentas. Tariq Michael Leon Rooms. Madeline Warren Richards. Deshaun Cornelius Ricks. Janasia Simone Ricks. Danisha Nicole Reichard. Abigail Elizabeth Rimmer with distinction. Terrius Jacori Robertson. Mackenzie Sue Robson. Katya Isabella Rodingen. Andrew Paul Rosinski. Brianna Lee Rovelli with honors. Sean Michael Ryan. Peyton Elizabeth Sables. Julie Amber Salinas with distinction. Sierra Brianna Santiago. Donald Jalen Scott Jr. Jasmine Denise Scott. Samantha Sue Scott. Thomas Joseph Cedio III. Daquan Kamari Sellers. Jesse Allen Schaefer. Ryan James Schaefer. Aiden Thomas Shea. Logan Thomas Shea. Devin Jordan Shepard. Kirk Vincent Shields II. Jack Tyler Shull. Tyler Jet Siegel. Morgan Lene Simmons. Micaiah Marie Simon. Terry Bernard Sims, Jr. Clayton James Sizemore. Joshua Scott Slatton. Brandon Armani Smith. Destiny Nicole Smith. Justin Morris Smith. Taylor Emery Smith. Kiara LaQuoya Smith Bates. Jordan Nikobe Snow. Keisha Now Spigner with distinction. Trey Joey Stevens. Caroline Rainsford Stewart. Jada Marie Still. Damani Rashad Terry. Michael Anthony Thacker. Hannah Faith Thier. Tevin Michael Tom. Zaria Zofia Thomas. Rashikwa Zyquisha Thompson. Shay Edward Nicholas Teben. Tiara Kenyaya Tomlin. Connor Roger Tui. Tess Nicole Torek. Hannah Grace Trapp. Tori Aaliyah Trent. Brandon Joel Tucker. Briacia Ayana Tucker. Pravin Tucker III. Ellen Grace Turner. Emerson Brittany Turner with honors. Noel Christian Turner II. Lillian Noel Varn. Gavin Antonio Griffin Vasquez. Gabrielle Riley Vinson. Gabrielle Amanda Waden. Parker Dale Watchback. Cordelia Jean Wake. Taylor Iman Watchley. Alicia Avion Wallace. Caroline Irene Warner. Jasmine Nasia Washington. Shaheem Mikael Watkins. Christopher Ryan Weaver. Michaela Shanice Weeks. Ransom Gregory Weems. Jewel Zoe White. Benjamin Thomas Whitlock. Sherelle Andrea Faith Wigfall. Chloe Elise Wilkins. Asia Trestle Williams. Cayman Deontay Williams. Corey Deshane Williams. Davida Nefertiri Williams. Maya Simone Williams. Tyler DeAndre Williams. Adam Tate Williamson. Emma Rayworth Williamson. Faith Lee Wilson. Nicole Naisha Wilson. Tyzia Jamon Bernard Wilson. Aramis Pierre Woods. Ayana Nichelle Wright. Faith Gushua Yang. China Paige Yuri. Corey Michael Yingling. Saikira Mokia Young. Matthew Bryce Youngener. Lachey Yvonne Barnes. Micah Mosi Ayo Moore.
Class of 2018, please rise. The tassel on your cap is worn to show a student's academic standing. The shift from one side of the cap to the other represents our transition from students of Blythewood High School to alumni. At this time, please join us in this moving of the tassels. We did it. The audience is invited to join the class of 2018 in the singing of our alma mater. The lyrics can be found on the back of your program. Congratulations, class of 2018.